Hello and welcome to Yvoire, one of the most beautiful medieval towns in France. We're really close to Switzerland as well. If you watched my Geneva video, I recommended to come here. It's absolutely stunning. A lot of authors have been here, so Mary Shelley, Lord Byron, the Frankenstein book was written not far away from here. So let's go around and have a look through this beautiful village. The Chateau d'Yvoire. Just look at this lovely promenade. Built in the early 14th century, Yvoire has many back alleys and beautiful streets with flower arrangements. This gem of the lake is nestled between Nyon and Geneva. Let's get lost and take a look around these beautiful back streets. In my opinion, the best way to get to Yvoire is on the boat. You book it online with cgn.ch, the information is below. 30 francs to get from Nyon to Yvoire. You can also get the boat from Lausanne and Geneva. I would recommend going to see Nyon in the morning, then going to Yvoire in the afternoon. They run very oftenly, the timetables are below. Enjoy this boat trip. This lady here is going to show us around the Five Senses garden, and you're going to explain it to us, please, aren't you? What was your name?
Lola. So I will just explain to you a little bit about the garden. This is the garden of the Castle of Yvoire, and it's in the shape of a maze. So you have 9 parts to visit. The first one is the Alpine Meadow with plants typical from the Alps, and then you will have 5 sensory gardens in which you have to use your 5 senses. So in the garden of touch, you will have to touch every plant. It's to feel their different textures, and also in the garden of smell. Because in this garden we have a lot of peculiar smell, like coconut, carrots, for example, or even bleach. And sometimes you will have to rub the leaves to smell them on your hands.
Okay.
We have a garden of hearing, and this is represented by birds and a fountain in the middle of the garden. We also have a garden of taste, where you only will find edible plants, and sometimes you can even taste them.
Right,
we also
perfect.
have a cloister with medicinal plants, shade plants in the woody undergrowth, and the Alpine Meadow at the end.
Right, thank you very much. And it was $14.50.
$14.50.
If you're planning on staying the night in Yvoire, there were 2 places that really stood out to me. One is an Airbnb just below the chateau called La Pointe d'Ivoire. My personal favourite is Hôtel Restaurant du Port, with its stunning views of Lac Léman, filet de pêche menu. You're looking at €250 for a night. One building that really stands out as you're walking around Yvoire is the Saint Pancras Church. In 1250, the church was submitted to the authority of the nearby abbey of Filly. They do have their own local shop here. We're going to have a look at some of the local produce. So they'll have their jam, their cheese, you should imagine some beers. Pardon. It's very tiny, like the village itself. So here's some of the jams. Some chocolates. It's always nice to have a nosy through at the local produce. So raclette's very popular in this part of France, Haute-Savoie. Obviously some wines. And they do have their own beers. It's the lemon beer. It's quite expensive, but you expect that with local produce. I am back in Nyon. We were just over there on that boat. Absolutely stunning place, Yvoire. A must do if you visit Geneva. Realistically, the boat is the best way to go. You can hire a car and drive around. Parking, they do have it there. It's pretty cheap as well. It's just finding the space, and then you have to drive all the way back through the traffic of Geneva. So in my opinion, I would take the boat. The next place we will be filming is Nyon, which is where I got the boat from. That was 30 francs. I just think there's so many gems here to look at, and in my opinion, Yvoire is in the top 3. So if you want to see more of these beautiful little towns on Lac Léman, let me know below. I just met 2 gentlemen having an ice cream, so we'll end the video with them, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys, bye. I am back in Nyon, Switzerland, so we were just in Yvoire, and I've met these 2 gentlemen here. What are your names?
Harry.
Harry?
Harry, yes,
and you've
from
got
Geneva.
a nice ice cream there.
Yes, just now.
So Harry and
David.
David, right. So I'm just going to find out, you just told me to go to Nyon.
This is Yvoire here for the tourist people, for every people. But after you have Nyon, just 5 kilometers this direction from Geneva. It's like Yvoire, but it's very quiet, it's very charming. And it's more for people that like to be a little bit alone and do picture and be in a, like honeymoon.
Like a honeymoon?
Yes.
Okay, and where would you recommend?
Nyon is really cool, but after Yvoire, there's a beach called La Yvoire, and there's nobody. You on the lake by yourself, and the same view of Yvoire. It's beautiful.
Right, okay, and my last question. So in Yvoire, the filet de pêche was popular.
Yes.
Which town on Lac Léman has the best filet de pêche?
Yeah, you walk here,
In
100
Nyon?
meters after the port.
Yeah.
You will see the fisherman, and you can buy the filet de pêche direct to the fisherman here.
Okay.
He go fishing every day and come here with the boat in the morning, and you can buy here the filet de pêche.
And also the best 5 places on the Lac Léman. So Yvoire is beautiful.
Yes.
Which other towns, Swiss and French, are very pretty?
The first place is the Rhône. The Rhône is the river arrive in the lake, the Rhône. And inside the Rhône, you have one place very special. You can go only with the boat there. And you put the boat and you can sleep inside the old Rhône. Name is the old Rhône.
The Old Rhone.
The old Rhône is very, very nice, very charming.
Okay, and Hermance?
Hermance?
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice for the
nice.
jazz. And the summer you have the festival of the jazz.
Okay.
Summer is very nice.
And for me, between Evian and Saint-Jean-Golf, there's a small village called La Mielerie with a really small port. It's super quiet, only the fishermen, and for swimming there, it's really beautiful.
Okay.
Like front of Lausanne,
Mm-hmm.
it's really nice place.
And for tourists from America and the UK, how much money? It's expensive, yes?
Nothing.
Nothing? It's free.
Yes, you have to. You can buy one bicycle in Geneva for 50 euro. After you take the bicycle and go around the lake,
That is
180 kilometers,
Mhm.
like this bicycle, old bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
steel bicycle, and you can read, you can sleep, you can do what you want. It's not expensive.
No, that's true. You can get by without spending a lot of money, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long does it take to ride around the lake?
If you go
It's
quickly,
180 kilometers.
180 kilometers.
So it depends on the people.
if you go quick,
You're
6
training.
hours. If you go slowly, you get 1 week. Up to you.
Okay.
There is the
interesting.
France and the Switzerland. You need your passport.
You need your passports.
Yes.
And how much was that ice cream?
I don't know. He will pay for me.
7 francs for
7 francs.
one.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
And
say,
super nice.
I'm going to say to have a nice day in Yvoire.
Mhm.
You have an ice cream, a coffee, maybe some beer, some wine, and lunch. maybe 80, 100 euros each person.
Yes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, around that. And then the boat 30. It's a lovely day.
Yes.